Hey guys, it's Oliver from TCGU. I'm going to be doing a deck profile on ReZero from the card game Weiss Schwarz. Let's get started. So the first card in this deck, which is a really big compression deck, is going to be the main card you're going to be looking at at level 2, is going to be your Rem. Your 3/2 Rem is an early play if you have 2 or less climaxes in your waiting room. It also is cool because it gains 1,000 power for every marker that's underneath of it, and you get those markers by just being able to reverse your opponent's characters. It takes a character from your waiting room and you put it underneath as a marker, and it gains 1,000. Other level 3 you're probably going to be playing for this compression deck is going to be this 3/2 Felt. 3/2 Felt is really cool because it gains power for having dudes on board. It also says every time you swing with it, you actually search for a character in your deck and you put it into your stock, which is your resource zone, and then you're able to use that stock with this card to pay 2 to give cancel burn to itself or another character, which is pretty much means if they block the attack when that character has cancel burn, they burn 1. And to get there, you actually play 2 of this Felt here that combos with this climax here. The climax combo says when you play this, if you have 5 or less cards in your deck, you then send this to waiting room and you send the climax from your hand into waiting room, and you then take your deck or your waiting room, you flip it into your deck and you search for the 3/2 Felt and you play it, and it gains power from it. To help you with your level 3s and your compression is this 2/1 Amelia. It says all your level 3s above in front of it gain 2,000 power. It also says draw card, and it also says brainstorm, which brainstorm means is to pay for cost, mill cards from the top of your deck, and you search for climaxes, and for each climax you hit, you do the specified ability. In this case, you make it so one of their characters can't stand. Other cards you play are this Amelia. This Amelia says when you play it, you get to draw 2. You look at the top 2 cards of your deck, you choose a card from among them, you add it to hand, and then you discard a card from your hand. So it really helps filter through the deck to get that compression. Really well done. You also play this 0/0 Rem and Ram that lets you discard a card and send this to waiting room, which is your discard pile, to save a dude. So that's really cool. You also can play this 0/0 Beatrice. You can also play the Rem 0/0, which is also a brainstormer, which is really cool. But either or is really nice. They both help you in salvaging through brainstorm, which salvaging is taking a character from your waiting room and putting it back in your hand. So either or of those 2 is really nice. I play 3 because that's a really good number for myself. Then I play 4 of this Rem. This Rem lets you filter through your deck faster by milling a card when it attacks. It also says when you play it, you get to pay 1 stock and then take the top card of your deck and put it into your clock, which is your damage area. And then you get to search for a level 1 or lower magic or weapon character. So it helps in searching for specific targets or maybe just getting cards out of your deck. Every deck needs to be aggressive, so there are some aggressive cards in this deck. One of those cards is actually this 3/2 Amelia. It really helps in just pushing damage through when you need it. It also lets you kick certain characters that you reverse into memory, so it gets rid of some problem cards. It also, by being aggressive, lets you bring out the 1/0 Puck in this deck, which is this. This 1/0 Puck is really good when you see it, because as long as you have an Amelia on board, it actually gets pretty big. It gets to be level 6/5 power, which is 6,500 power, and it also becomes a level 2. So level 1 Suiciders can't really deal with it if they don't choose cost 0. Another way to be aggressive with this deck is playing this 1-0 Amelia. This Amelia helps you in being aggressive because it actually gets to being 7,000 power if you play with Climax. And the Climax combo actually lets you look at the top 4 cards of your deck and add a magic or weapon character. So that's really awesome. It's a really good combo. You can play a couple other combos, but I feel like this combo is better, honestly. Other ways of being aggressive is playing this Rem. This Rem is actually a really good card, in my opinion. It says when you play it, you reveal the top card. If it's magic or weapon, it gains 1,500 power and a level. So some Suiciders can't reverse it or do whatever they do to get rid of this level 0. It also says when you reverse a character on your opponent's board, you choose a character on your board, you tap it, and then you send it to back row if you can. So it saves some of your level 0s that aren't just big enough, or you're just throwing a level 0 into a level 3 or something. It's really cool. It's really aggressive. And then you play some disruptive cards. One of those disruptive cards is this 2-1 Priscilla. This 2-1 Priscilla has the amazing ability of just being a backup, and then it says you pay for stock, and you take a character from your hand, magic or weapon, and you discard it, and then you choose a character on your opponent's board, and then you tap it. So it stops an attack on your opponent's attack phase. Another backup that you play in the deck is the 1-0 Reinhardt backup that gives 2,000 power when you use it to magic and weapon. 1,000 through magic weapon, another 1,000 just for using the backup. You could not play this card, and you can play more level 2 backups. But honestly, I'd rather just play these. Another 2-1 backup you could play is the 2-1 Amelia backup that says you can kill an early play that your opponent plays. So there's that. Another way to kill early plays that your opponent may play is this 2-1 Rem. This 2-1 Rem has the ability of actually bottom decking level higher than your opponent's current level. So if they have a level 3 on board and they're level 2, and this gets reversed by it, you get to bottom deck that character. And the last card in the deck, which is really cool, is this Runner Felt. You could play the Amelia Runner, and that can do just as well, but I think this runner is better for the deck I'm playing because it mills a card, and because you don't play any events in this deck, the only thing you're not hitting off of is climaxes if you mill them. So honestly, playing this mill runner just feels better in this deck. Thanks for watching, guys. The deck itself is really good and inherently likes to just compress its deck, so that way you can just block a lot of attacks and just being able to just outlive your opponent. So it's a really defensive deck, but you do have options of being aggressive with it. You can obviously make changes to it to how you like it. Other than that, if you guys just want to like the video, comment, just let us know how we did. Other than that, you can check us out on Patreon and just maybe check out our content there. Other than that, see you guys next time.